Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest video. Today we'll be doing an account overview of my Gryphon trap, or my 300 mil solo trap, which I like to call it. If you guys didn't see my previous video when I was zero, this was basically it. AM, which is a massive account by the way, 4.2 million. Full mythic champ, all that. He decided to actually solo my Gryphon trap to death. I did actually cap a bunch of his attacks. They are tier 5 blasts, by the way, with max familiars and all that. So he was setting what's called tier 5 cav with tier 1 cav. So he was just kind of hiding his tier 5 from that. That's how he kind of solos people. Unfortunately, I was offline for like a couple minutes, got on. He was just finishing up, so I ended up getting my it's called Gryphon Trap zeroed. He ended up sending his leader, and I got a bunch of kills during it, but obviously I was zeroed during that, so you probably saw the thing, and at the end here, he zeroed me. He got full blast of me at the end there. So anyway, so I'll do a little bit of overview. I have rebuilt the account, so I'll kind of show you what I'm going to be running on this account. The first thing we're going to show is the troops. So this is going to be the Gryphon Trap setup. I will have a infantry front line this time. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, I'll switch back to cav, but it should work fine. Infantry is a really good front line anyways. So I'm going to have about 855 what's called tier 4 infantry, 650 range, and then 650 cav. I'll have about 50,000 tier 2 just to reduce some basically not losses, but healing costs and stuff like that, because tier 4 is really expensive. So if I can get that minimized, that's really good. And then the tier 1 ballistas, that's just for like Pyrus fodder. So if people Pyrus me, they'll be killing the tier 1 ballistas, not my tier 2 or tier 4. So that's kind of what that there is there for. I might actually just hide it. Actually, I probably don't need to hide it because it's siege. It doesn't actually get in the way anyways. So so that's kind of the setup there. That's for troops. It does have a quite big wall in this account, so it does have familiars. I have a bunch of familiars in this account actually, so obviously the Gryphon is the main one. That's the one that pulled back all the troops. The rapid repair actually is really useful, especially with this wall, because it can heal your wall up, especially in time for arenas, because arenas can be really expensive. I don't know why they made you heal your wall for arena. It's kind of stupid, because I really feel bad for people that have like massive maxed walls, like 2 million plus HP. That's going to be really expensive to heal for arena. Anyway, so it's like that. Then I have a bunch of other familiars, so you get the gems, the holy stars, and all that. So that's kind of what I have here. This is just like extra thing. As a Gryphon trap, you don't have to worry about your base might so much, mostly because it doesn't really matter, because you could be 900 mil might and still do this, because you'll basically doing it without anti, so they'll just scout you, see how many troops you have or whatever. So I'll go over everything else. Obviously the Gryphon is the main one that you need. You need this Gryphon familiar. The army talent is, you don't really need that. You just need the skill, which is the homeward bind. This one has max, so the Gryphon just comes back every 30 minutes, so you can do it very, very often, which is really awesome. For other familiars, like you can have like Gemming, Gremlin, Trickster, and stuff like that if you really want to get those. But those are more like for the talents and stuff. These are just for extra holy stars and stuff, but that's not actually needed. But the Gryphon is definitely needed for this. I'll show you my wall heroes. So what I might be running is, I think I'm going to run 3 infantry heroes. I was running 3 cav because I had a cav front line, but right now what I think I'm going to do is keep that actually. I'm going to switch my what's called main hero, but I think I'll run 3 infantry heroes. So I think I'll run, let's see, that, and what's my other hero? I need something with HP, actually. I don't know if I have another HP here. Oh, actually I do. I only have 2, it looks like. Maybe I don't have a third one. Maybe that's why I was running cap, but we'll see how it goes anyways. So I'll do that for now, but maybe I'll try and get a third, but that's a pay-to-play hero. I don't think I have anything that's close to that. Anyway, so that's what I'll be running. I just finished this, so I'll just run 2 infantry heroes. It'll be fine, because I have, it's not like I'm running like crazy high anything else, so I'll just run 2 infantry heroes. It should work perfectly fine for that. I'll show you what my setups are. I have a bunch of different ones. There's the war setup, which is just the war gear here. So that's the stats on the war gear. You don't need crazy stats on a Gryphon trap, honestly. Like better stats is better. You need less troops. I have quite a bit of troops, so the stats aren't too bad. I mean, this one's like 150 mix, so it's around 350 mix once everything's or in there. I'm actually not in war talents, but I do have a war talent one, infantry ranged, all that. If I want to do rally trap, rally trap's basically the mix set. So wherever you want. I might actually just run an infantry set or something like that, since my front line is going to be that, but infantry is just max infantry, basically. You can change it around if you want, but actually, that's probably not a very good idea at all, because it doesn't have the other ones. But yeah, okay, I'll probably run a mix set for that. The talents won't be, I mean, it's whatever you want, but mostly just rally trap setup, so you're just doing mix setup for that. That's going to be the talents for that. War gear is that, and you could basically bait in whatever I want. I've got a speed gear, I got monster, I got research, familiar, whatever you want to do it. This is a lot more research in this account, because it's not like a rally trap or anything like that. You don't need low. I am actually food positive too, so if you look at my food, I'm making 8.6 million an hour when my hourly upkeep's only 6.6. It does have the champion legs, or the champion body, which is really nice because it reduces your upkeep by 24%. So if you want to run food positive, it's a really good piece. It's also in my war gear, so even if I switch to my war gear here, I'm still not food positive, because I'm not going to be in my that, but I am food positive in this war gear right now. But I am in farming talents, so if I switch to war talents, that'll be different. But you don't really always need to. If you're not taking a big hit or anything like that, you don't really need your war talents. That's enough to actually trap in when you have 2.2 million tier 4. Unless they're sending like a blast at you. If they're sending like a full blast at you, you probably want to switch to your war talents. But other than that, like almost 300 mix is fine for that. If I need that, then I'll switch it over. Depending on what it's called, if you have the forts too. Do we have the forts right now? Is that what's going on? Yeah, okay, that we have the forts. That's why my stats look much better than they are. Do have the forts right now, so the my stats are a little bit more inflated than normal. So they would be about 25% less on the infantry and range. So I'd be around 280 mix. Well, I guess range is still over 300 with that, but like 275 on, or 275 infantry, 284 cav, and then I'm at like 300 range without my war talents on, obviously. And then the army attack and stuff is pretty high because it's a tier 4 account, obviously. But I don't have full infirmaries yet. I didn't quite finish that. I kind of ran out of resources. I actually ran out of wood and stuff, but that's because my bags don't have very much. I only have like 200 mil each, and I wanted to keep some for actual healing. But I do have about 400,000 what's called infirmary space, especially once this level 25 is finished. Then I just kept some of these. If I need to change it around, if it's not working so much, then I'll change that up. But max infirmaries is probably a good idea. Other than that, yeah, all you really need is troops, war gear, the Gryphon familiar. Then you can bait however you want. You can either bait with resources, which I don't usually do because it's expensive. The other way to do it is the bait with basically your hero, or not your hero, but troops, which I do a lot. So I make it kind of like a solo trap where I make it look like I only have like 300,000 troops at home. As soon as they scout me, I'll pull all my troops back and they'll come try and solo me, and I catch a leader basically. So a lot of times I use it as a solo trap. And then people get really confused because they think I actually switched accounts or something, because like there's no way with 300,000 troops I should be able to cap your account or your tier 5 blast or whatever. So they kind of get confused, and then they won't even rally me because they think I'm a rally trap or something at that point. It's kind of they get, yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Anyways, so I think that's really the account overview. There's not much more to talk about here other than, yeah. So your troops here, your wall heroes, your familiars, talents. That's basically all you need for a Gryphon trap. Oh, sorry, that's not true. Hiding. So on this account, I do have the research where you can hide more troops on a tile. So normally you can't hide whatever. Let's just go auto select. Normally you can only hide like, let's say 250,000, but since this has the farming research, I can actually hide 300,000, and this is without a size boost or anything. If I had a size boost, I could do like 425 or no 450. So I could do 450 with a size boost if I wanted. But this, what I can do is actually not use any boosts. Actually, I should show you the research for that then. Research here. Obviously, there's the larger. What's called army size. So the +1 bigger army gives you more things you can hide. So I think I have 6 marches, and then is it in military command? I think it is here. No, maybe it's not military command. It's army leadership. Maybe it's army leadership. Where is it? More gatherers is that? Yeah. Okay. The more gatherers here. This is the one. So basically allows me to send 50,000 more troops to a tile than normal. So if you want to increase your amount of troops you can send to a tile, the more gatherers is really good. Otherwise, you have to like garrison in a person's account, or like on a what's called, not a person, but here you can send a garrison. So normally, since I have all the heroes maxed here, I can actually send 10,000 each one. So that's another thing, is having a bunch of heroes max rank 8 really helps, because you basically hide all your troops. But if I just use them all here, I can hide about 250 normally. On a tile, I can hide 300,000. If I do a max boost, it's 375 on a garrison, or 450,000 on a normal, march. Sorry, wherever, yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the little overview here. That's kind of the overview of this account. If you guys have any more questions, you can leave in the description down below. I'll get to that. Otherwise, I have a rally trap vid coming out tomorrow, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.